All right.
Hello, and welcome to the P Word. This podcast is about nothing. We babble about whatever is on our mind. And drink beer. Copious amounts of beer.
Yeah.
It contains mature content because we're freaks. That said, we don't give two shits how old you are, only that you have enough of a grasp on reality not to do something horrifying and blame us. To summarize, listener discretion is advised.
And now a moment with Jim's in-laws.
Father's refusing to help put away the shopping.
I'm a religious man. I don't work on a Sunday.
It's fucking Thursday.
The cheek! This is going to be ugly.
That's exactly what I thought when you come out of the womb. Was I wrong? No. Ugly fucker.
Hey!
Stop messing and help, Carl.
Ask me nicely.
Help me, please.
No.
Fuck you.
I just taught you a valuable lesson. You don't always get what you want in life.
I'm gonna fucking kill him.
Did you get me chocolate in your shopping?
No.
Why?
You don't always get what you want in life.
Fuck you and your stupid quote.
Welcome to the American Moron Entertainment Network. You want to get nuts? Let's get nuts.
Yeah, that's pretty much what it was like in my
I was wondering if you taped something when you were at dinner the other night. That's funny.
No, but that's pretty much years and years ago. Years ago, Brie and I asked her dad used to teach Irish, the language, and shush.
Yeah, there goes that distortion.
Yeah. And we asked him if he could ask us, can you teach us to speak Gaelic? And he tried. And it lasted about an hour at their house, and it turned into that. And the two of them arguing over pronunciation and everything. And it was just like, you don't know what you're saying. And I was just like, I all I know how to do is say to greet somebody, and if they greet me, just whatever the hell you say back. That's all I know.
Okay.
So we never learned jack shit.
Well, it's about time you learned something, Jim.
Yeah. Yes, tomorrow we're doing.
It's 2026. Is this our first show of the new year?
Yeah.
Yeah, see?
Yeah.
Here we are.
On Wednesday night.
On a Wednesday. We have Mark Chasen here from the Chaotix. We'll get into all that in a moment. Known Mark a long time. I don't know what's happening, man. I'm all out of sorts.
Why?
I just like the whole New Year thing, man. The 26th thing. I don't know.
It just sort of happened, and
It's
where
not
everyone was
supposed
just
to
kinda
be.
like,
I'm supposed to be dead by now.
yeah, I didn't expect to live this long.
But here we are.
Here we are.
Here we are. Cheers
to life.
So all down to clean living, I guess.
Sláinte.
Yeah, word.
L'chaim to my people out there.
Skull to mine. Or
It's weird, man. I don't know. Anyway, Mark is new to this whole thing, although he has seen some people on the show.
we apologize in advance.
It's fine. He'll get
I've seen
over
the
it.
show.
See, Mark's been around for a long time, and I don't mean that in like age. He's
sure?
He's a young guy. He's only 23.
Very young.
But Mark has played in a lot of bands, and we've played with a lot of people in different bands that were similar. Like we have compadres. You know what I'm trying to say.
Yes.
It's the old fashioned kicking in.
That
Notably,
is very old fashioned, yeah.
Notably, Richie Salamone.
Richie Salamone.
Richie was the drummer for Old School for many, many, many years. I think like 15 or 16 years. And then he joined you guys. But
Chaotix,
before that, he was in Definitely Leopard with you.
Yes.
Which I was amazed when we were down at the Hard Rock because you guys opened with Switch 625.
Yes.
I forgot we did that show together.
And I was just like, oh my God, my nipples could just like cut glass now. It was awesome.
Yeah, it was a really cool opener.
It's like nobody plays that. And you guys did. I was like,
But that's the real Def Leppard.
and then Paul dragged me back to the green
First two
room where all the
records.
food was eaten by that fat geek.
Dude, so I wanted to, it's funny that you mentioned that. So the best part of that night for me, honest to God, was the fact that we went back and there was actually a green room.
Yep.
Yes.
And I used to,
There's a picture out on Facebook of us back there.
so I used to take my son to the Philadelphia Car Show, International Car Show, whatever they call it, every year. It's January,
Intercontinental Car
whatever
Show?
it is. And we went to that show when he was a little boy, from the age of 4 on. Every year took him to the show. And our tradition was to go to the Hard Rock.
Dad, is that a Fiero?
And to go to the Hard Rock, and I'd sit and look at the stage every time I went there, and I'm like, man, it'd be kind of cool to play to play here. You know, like I wasn't even in a band at that time.
Right.
I had taken a break.
The sabbatical.
And we went from
Sabbatical.
0 to Richie in 10 seconds.
Right. And then to find myself,
No,
you know, in the back of that place, like I never thought I'd see the kitchen. Like I don't know, it was just weird.
I remember that show. That was a cool show.
It was a great time.
I just remember going back there and going, look at all the fucking chicken wings.
I got something on my feet from the kitchen, and my feet were real slick, and I kept slipping on stage.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was Grease. Yeah.
Richie's one of the most entertaining drummers in the whole tri-state area.
I will agree with that. I many years ago, back in the 90s when I first moved to this house, Richie, Tom Deck said, hey, let's get together and jam. I know a drummer. I'm going to bring him down.
Great singer.
Yes. My first show ever playing out live, I opened for Tom Deck's band, which was Mark and Tom, and I forget the name of the band. It escapes me at this moment, but anyway, I was an Instinct. And so anyway, Tom brings down Richie. I don't know who this guy is. This guy comes in here. He's got like the beard and the long hair, and we just started jamming and writing tunes. We wrote like 7 tunes in 4 hours. Wow. Just rocking out and having a good time.
Sounds like SOD.
I'm like, this is the fucking best drummer I've ever jammed with in my entire life. Forgot about that. Fast forward to about 2012 or something, or 2010. Needed a drummer. In steps Richie Salamone. Crazy. Dude, I've been in this house. Dude, I know this room. Because this is where we practice.
Yeah, great guy, man. Just
Fucking
really good
crazy.
guy, really good drummer. Great showman.
Yep.
What you doing?
I'm doing Richie imitations.
Oh, okay. I thought
What
you-
just happened? My computer just did some crazy thing. It says it's doing a quick scan.
Hey, Nick. Oh, just ignore it. That's just Microsoft invading your privacy and stealing all your shit.
So, you know, my son's playing down at Ortlieb's this weekend in Center City, man. I'm debating going. There's nowhere to park. That's a bad promotion for my kid, but
Do what I did at the Hard Rock. Take the train.
I'm not walking. He goes on at 8 o'clock.
Are you beaten up by kids or something?
I don't know, dude. I work on Friday. I gotta take a train somewhere. Fuck that. Sorry, David.
The bitch is getting back from like the Hard Rock. I got nervous because I got down there and I'm like, when this is over, the trains aren't running.
Did we drive you?
No, I took the train down.
Oh.
And then
Did we drive you home?
You did. I ran into Jerry G-Man and I said, hey, you live in King of Prussia. Can you drive me home? And he's like, yeah. And then you were like, you have a ride? I'm like, well, you're coming home with us. I'm like, okay. Jerry, I have to go home with Paul and Nancy. Why? I don't know. I'm afraid.
I think Nancy dropped us off. I don't remember. It was a whole thing. I think we had 2 cars. I don't remember. That was crazy. And that's all Richie Salamone stories.
That's all of them? No, there's some more. I can think of a few.
Taking his name in vain on the show.
No, we're not.
So Mark's been around a long time. He was in. You were in.
Well, most notably White Fox.
White Fox.
That's probably the biggest band that I've ever been in. We did pretty well back in the day. And
There's pictures of you all over Facebook from when you were in White Fox.
yeah.
All over the place.
We definitely made a mark, And,
Yeah, man.
And
I know I saw you. I was underage, but I saw you.
Now, what year was this?
It was like 1988, 87,
Okay.
right? Somewhere around there.
85, 86.
Oh, well, then I was definitely
I
way
think-
underage.
I was going to say 88.
'cause it
You'd
was
be
at
of
the
age.
Galaxy. We used to somehow get in there.
Yeah, we did the Galaxy. We did a lot of shows at the Empire Rock Room, and we really put a lot into our show and our music. But
That was a great band.
one of the reasons why we did pretty well is we really had a well thought out show. We put a lot into it, a lot into the writing, and me and Mike Regina Rugg. I don't know if you remember Rugg.
Rugg, yeah.
Rugg and I wrote most of the songs together. Jim Meropoulos wrote some of the stuff. Our guitar player Jimmy.
All names I've heard through my life, my musical life.
But we actually started as Precious Metal.
Now, was there another
So,
Precious Metal at some point?
So Precious Metal started with Tony Harnell Barry Benedetta, and the Soma brothers, Mark, and I don't remember the other Soma. And
then Harnell went from
once
there
Tony
to TNT.
went to TNT, the band kind of broke up, and then me and Rug kept the name, and we started playing out as Precious Metal with just me, Rug, and a drummer named Billy Sip.
So
and we were just a three-piece when we started. And we were playing, the Empire and playing all these clubs. And I knew Jeff LeBar. And I went to a rehearsal in Upper Darby somewhere where Jeff was jamming with these guys. And they were good, but it's just that I just saw this talent, like,
I wonder.
Wow. Like, and I said, dude, why don't you come join Precious Metal? We're playing all over. We have gigs all over the tri-state area. You're playing in the basement. You're too good to be playing in the basement, man. You need to be seen, So he joined Precious Metal.
I wonder if he was playing with Danny DiGiacomo at that point.
He may have been.
Because Danny was an Instinct for about a year.
I know Danny.
When we got shopped, he was the drummer that we got shopped with.
He may have been. I know there was another drummer named Boss that he was playing with too.
Danny was great.
But, and then Jeff, what's funny is, so Jeff said, well, let me come out to the Empire to see you guys first. So he came to see us. And, we did a show. We probably opened for someone at that point. And he comes up to me after, and it was just, I was doing all the guitar work. It was just me and a bass player and a drummer. And he goes, you don't need another guitar player. You're doing fine. I go, you kidding me? I said, it's dead. As soon as I go into a lead guitar solo, there's nothing there. We need another guitar player. So he decided to join, and it just, we took off from there. And then next thing I know, we're playing with Cinderella at the Galaxy, and they saw, that's when they went through the personnel change. They saw Jeff. He comes to rehearsal one night, and he said, I'm auditioning for Cinderella. And it was like, we knew he was going to get it.
It's like that bittersweet moment. You're
like,
you're happy for your bro.
And he was the perfect fit. You couldn't have picked a more perfect fit for Cinderella.
It was a great
than
lineup.
Jeff,
I'm so happy
it was
you made it.
Yeah. And
hold on, I'll show you something.
Ew.
Yeah, easy there, Jimbo.
So that's how it all started. And then a female band called Precious Metal got a record deal, and we couldn't call ourselves Precious Metal anymore. Wow, look at that. Oh, that's old. An old poster of Cinderella.
Yep.
Wow.
I should show it.
Yeah, I was gonna say you should bring it over here, man.
Yep.
Ta-da.
Yeah, man, that's an old.
And that's from Center City, Philly, somewhere.
Yeah, so we had to change our name, and we ended up changing it to White Fox. I remember we were all sitting in a diner in Westchester trying to think of a name.
One of the best decisions
And somebody, could have been me, could have been Rug. We still don't remember who it was, but one of us came up with White Fox. I thought it was me, but I can't confirm that. And we, and then we just started, we decided to put on the all white costumes, and I had a friend named Ed Wiececki that was a light man. And I said, bring as many lights as you can. Like, we really wanted to be light heavy. Mm-hmm. So he brought like 50 lights, oscillating lights, all these, and just the smoke and everything.
As long as there's somebody
our
else to
show
set
was
them up,
just
that's fine.
with the dressed in all white, and with the smoke, and and we even had flames. Back then, you were allowd to have flames on the drum roll.
Yes.
Yeah, pre-Great White.
And
exactly.
This past New Year's, there was a big
Well, it was
fire.
pre-Cinderella, actually, because you heard about that when Cinderella played at the club called the Menagerie, which eventually became Heaven.
I remember Menagerie.
They had pyro, and whoever mixed it wrong. That was him. And it actually exploded and like blew. I heard it blew Tommy and Eric off the stage. I'm not sure how much of that's true, but some people got injured. That the show had to stop. Ambulances came. I mean,
That's fucked
and
up.
that's when the clubs in the tri-state area said, well, you can't have pyro anymore. So that's basically what happened.
I played one show. I think it was a band Richie was in, Salamone. They had pyro. It was in like '89, and they set some shit off, and I don't know. It was.
Well, you guys had a pyro guy at Elmwood Park.
Yeah, Daryl.
Yeah, his one arm. I was a little wondering, kind of the decision there.
Daryl Musselman.
Yeah. It's like
blowing up, but it was outside, so it seemed somewhat safe.
Only blow up some people.
Right.
Yeah, it does.
Didn't blow me up.
I went home. I got up the New Year's morning, and I went in the kitchen. I'm making some coffee, And I look outside, there's a huge scorch mark in my yard, and I'm like, kid comes downstairs, I'm like, morning. You guys set fireworks off, huh?
How did we not hear that?
They were quiet fireworks, I guess.
Huh. Hold on, I got to mute this.
Yeah, what are you doing?
I never turned the show on.
Well, you're living it. Why do you need to turn it on?
How am I going to see the comments?
Oh, that bit of it, yeah.
I just realized we've been gabbing away.
I was going to say,
here.
because Nick is here listening. He said, great guest, Mark Chasen rocks. So,
Still not working.
Thank you, Nick, whoever you are.
no, it's Nick Cataldi.
Oh, Nick.
Yeah,
Nick's a good friend of mine. Hi,
he's
Nick.
a good guy.
He is a great guy.
Gave us so many Halloween things.
I've seen Nick playing in a band recently, playing some pretty damn decent guitar.
He just joined a band.
Yeah, good for you, Nick.
And we are very happy. Nick's going to come in and talk about that. We've been trying to set that up for a couple weeks.
So the other thing, as far as White Fox it goes, in 2014, we actually got a record deal with FNA Records out of Nashville. It was really a distribution deal where they they distribute your music.
Yeah.
And so it kind of gave us gave us like a new recognition where people started listening to our music again. We actually had some sales from it.
Isn't that
not
cool?
a lot, but
It doesn't
people
matter.
were buying it, and
It's cool.
so it was really cool to
Right?
do it, to put out a record that late, that many years after, and people were still interested in it, and and
Funny
of
thing
course
I learned when that happened. Things like that happen.
Yeah,
Hey, Nico. What's up?
I can't play your music on this show
why not?
because it's copyrighted.
He can't play.
I can't play my
Instinct
my
shit on
own
the-
stuff anymore because it's all copyrighted.
If you put it out on a streaming service or anything, it's copyright anyway.
They ding me. Like the next day, I'll get, you're playing.
Like if we
copyright,
weren't,
and it
we
tells me
streamed to
timestamp.
Facebook and we streamed to YouTube. YouTube would just be like, your show's not being viewed in Syria, and I lose a lot of sleep over that.
It's the truth.
They
Well,
literally say like
things
Syria
we-
is not streaming your show
Things
because
Jim and I learned doing this stupid.
like I wonder if like
beer
Kiss is going to
festival.
move to Syria because their laws about like cheating people out of their money is way more stringent than us.
doesn't seem right, does it?
No, it seems kind of weird. Like it's just I'm going to say shitholes, whatever. In the Middle East won't stream our show, but we can't stream our show there because you played 8 seconds of a Loverboy song, and now you need to go to prison and be beaten and raped. Okay.
So then, of course, with White Fox, our big song was Beverly Hills. Still a lot. There's still people that will come up to me and ask, if, like, I'm in the cover band, the Chaotix, and there's still people that'll come and say, "You guys gonna play Beverly Hills?" But Jackie Bam Bam has played it on his local show.
I
a couple
love it.
times, man. Yeah,
Jackie's such a good guy.
great guy.
We had somebody passed away this week, and there was
My uncle.
Jay Jans.
Jay Jans, yeah. Oh man, and he was such a nice guy. White Fox, we did a few shows with Metal Wolf back then, and probably
We
three or
played a
four, at
bunch.
least 3 or 4 shows with him, and he was such a nice guy.
Yep.
I remember that song "Big Borrow and Steal." That's the only song I remember that they did.
Honestly, dude, I don't remember any of that stuff from back then.
He says holding a beer in his hand.
See, that's the problem. I burned all my brain cells up. But I remember Instinct played with them, and we walked in, and they had already had their stuff up. It was just a wall of Marshalls.
Yes, I remember we were like blown away
I'm like,
because
what
we each had a half stack,
I'm like, who's
and they
paying
had
for
a
this?
wall of stacks, like double stacks. It was ridiculous.
It was ridiculous.
You should do what you did for Instinct. You should get a bunch of just pictures of Marshalls and put them on a backdrop, made like a mosaic of like printed shit, just to like, and people come in like, whoa, and then go over
Dude,
like, oh,
I would just like to bring all my equipment to one show.
oh,
That would be fun. I've got Marshall stashed at my kid's house. I'd like to bring all this crap to one show, and then I got more amps in the other room. That would be fun, but there'd be no room for anybody on stage.
yeah. I mean, like last week there was hardly any room on the stage.
That was a pretty decent sized stage too.
But it was busy. It was a busy stage. It was
Yeah.
it was wide-ish, but it wasn't very long, like deep.
Kind of like my first girlfriend.
I knew that was coming.
Okay.
So you went for quantity instead of quality. Well, you always did. Never mind.
I went for anybody who would take me.
Yeah, I used to be upset about a friend of mine who always seemed to get chicks, like always. And I was like, what the fuck? What? The guy looks like Winnie the Pooh. And I couldn't figure it out. And then I figured it out.
His uncle was John Holmes.
He never says no. No. But he never says no to anybody. Like, he was over at the house, we were talking, and he was like talking about this girl. And I was like, you really did date that fat pig, huh?
Yeah, and I did the Basset Hound, too.
Yeah.
Yes. So in 2014, we actually did a White Fox reunion. Well, we did one in 2004, and it was huge. It was like 600-700 people. And it was like every band from the area, Dead End Kids, Heaven's Edge.
Oh, that was at the place over in Jersey.
Over in Jersey.
I was there.
And managed to get Barry Benedetta to play guitar for me and Jim Durnick to play drums, and it was just incredible.
Hoppy was there.
Yeah, Hoppy, yep. Then we did it again, and we had another reunion.
That was the one over in the Cherry Hill, Palmyra area.
Well, there was another one at that same place.
Okay.
But we actually did one at the Indian Chief Tavern, where it was the first time that Rugg and I got back together and did a White Fox reunion. And it was me, Rugg, Larry Campanella on guitar, and Chris Nerone on drums from Van Halen Nation.
I know Chris.
And Reggie Wu got up and played Beverly Hills with us, which was really cool.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
Another great guy. Reggie is one of the nicest people you'll ever meet.
Yeah, I want to mention Rob Zucchi, too. He took over, after I left White Fox, he took over my spot, and he did a really good job with it, man. He did the band justice.
Nice. You know. Very nice of you to say that.
Rob's got a new cover band called Becky and the Hit Squad. I believe that's what it's called. So, anyway.
And now you're in the Chaotix.
Yes. So I definitely want to mention the Chaotix. And
See if I can bring this up while you guys are talking.
Yeah.
So the Chaotix, I'm in a cover band called the Chaotix, and we're actually playing this Saturday night at the Creekside Tavern in Limerick, Royersford area.
Not far from here.
Not far from here. Come on out, 8 to midnight. Always a good time. We play everything from country music to Metallica and everything in between. All you have to do is come out and see us once, and you'll understand why it's fun to come out and see the Chaotix. It's a show. We put on a show. It's always a show. It's a lot of fun. Something for everyone.
There you go.
Singer Terry Carmichael, guitar player Chris Carmichael.
Great guitar player, great guy.
Yeah. The three of us pretty much have been in the band since the beginning, and we've gone through some other personnel changes. So,
I know Chris for a while now. I remember when he was in Full Throttle. Back when
great band.
Old School used to really do a lot of work in the Delco area back in the old days. Not so much now, but we were a pretty decent force down there back then. And that's when I got to know Chris. We did some gigs together. We did some collaborative gigs. I don't know. They were like Battle of the Bands or some shit on. I don't know. But that's how I knew Chris.
Yeah, Chris teaches guitar at George's Music.
Does he really?
Yeah. Yep.
I didn't know that.
Yep.
I know he's in the printing industry. We share that in common.
He's multi-talented.
Yes, he is.
But anyway, so yeah, if you get a chance, come on out and see the Chaotix. You won't be disappointed.
And this is your Facebook page and all the stuff, all your events and everything are out here?
They should be.
Okay.
I don't manage it, but
they play a lot, Jim.
So look up the Chaotix.
Yeah, we play a lot more in the summer. In the summer, we're swamped, busy, but we're we got a lot going on now too. But the Chaotix, the thing is with us, it's our show, our image, and our song list, and that's what makes the band.
And the talent.
And the talent. But I mean, really, it's just our collaborative show and just what we do. You'd have to come and see it to understand it. You'll see a show.
It was funny because Mark got here a little early, and we were sitting at it. There's a bar outside the room here, and we were sitting chatting, and we were going through all these stories, and I was like, no, don't talk about this. We got to do this on the air because it ruins it.
I was ruining it for him.
Yeah, like Paul's house could burn down, and I would come in, and just walk in and be like, let's not talk about it yet. Let's not give anything away.
It's true. No, I've literally had people come in here. I'm like, okay, we can't talk to you. sit there and have your drink and be.
Well, you and I have done it. We walk in, it's just you
Oh,
and
we
I.
don't talk to each other.
Grunt at each other.
Because you run out of stuff. And it's funny because I always think back to Howard Stern. He would not interact with guests before he went on the air because he's like, I don't want to have that. I don't want to lose that spontaneity. Well, we're not Howard Stern, so who the fuck cares?
Right.
But
Few are.
But we did sit outside, and one of the things that stuck out in my mind was we were talking about Mike LeCompte. Both know Mike. Mike's a good guy, and Jim now knows Mike because he's been on the show. And
Yeah, I've known Mike since 1980.
I mean, that's crazy, man.
Good friends.
1980, I was
Guy, super talent.
I was in 8th grade or 7th.
I was in Florida.
I mean, the guy's never. He puts out like 1,000% at every single gig. There's never one gig where you see him just phoning it in. He is just.
And he's a genius. I was telling Mark,
unreal.
Mike has met my wife probably 2 or 3 times in his life. Every time he sees me, how's Nance? How do you do that? How do you do that? I can't do that. I can't remember people
neither.
for 5. I can't remember anything. But
we've had people on this show that couldn't remember my name for 90 minutes.
that's true. They were calling a different name.
Fucktard.
Hey man, that was my brother.
He's still a fucktard.
But yeah, and I'd like to mention the Dead End Kids because everyone from back then, like we all took something from the Dead End Kids. Every band that was playing back then,
Even Motley Crue.
And Motley Crue didn't even know they took it, but
They did.
Oh, I'm sure they knew.
I mean, I remember the first time I went to see them. I was like, "What did I just watch?"
It's something else.
It was just
I never had
unreal.
Unfortunately, I've only watched them in video, and I got to see them in those reunion shows they did a couple years, 10 years ago, 15 years ago. I never got to go see the original Dead End Kids because I was in high school. I was in junior high.
Kids.
I wanted to. Funny story. Mark Burkert is hanging out with all the guys from Sinner tonight.
Oh wow!
They all got together for dinner.
That's cool.
Wow.
They're talking about. I don't want to get into too much, but there could be a show in the future.
That sounds.
Wouldn't
cool.
that be interesting?
Yeah.
That's so funny.
So the other band I want to mention,
Patricia Phillips. Hello.
after White Fox, I was in Chasen, which was the band was named
Wasn't
after
that your name?
Right. It's my last name. So
Yes.
funny story about that. So we put the band together. Me and Jim Meropoulos. We left White Fox and we formed Chasen with Donnie Buffalo on bass. Donnie was the bass player for Chasen the entire run.
Yeah.
Donnie went out to L.A. with me. Actually, in 2014, when we got signed to F&A Records, Donnie and I,
That's awesome.
we got nominated for an L.A. Music Award. So we flew out there, and him and I met Jimmy because Jimmy was living in L.A., Jimmy Meropoulos. And we got nominated for Best Duo Songwriting Team for something with the CD that we put out. Kim Fowley was the producer on the CD. I don't know if you know who Kim Fowley is.
I don't.
He discovered the Runaways.
Okay.
In that movie, if you see the
I
Runaways,
should know
he's
that.
the guy that was the manager. So we worked with Kim for like 6 months.
That's really cool.
And so he produced the record, and we flew out there. Not only did we get nominated for an award, we won an award during the show. They asked us to play. So we played 2 songs in front of everybody at the LA Music Awards. And after the second song, it was over. They came out and handed us an award, which was really cool. And there were like people in the audience that were like Linda Blair was sitting there from The Exorcist. There were like actors. There were like famous people.
Now, what
It
year
like
was this?
2014.
Okay, so it was.
But Donnie was in Chasen from the start, and so it was me, Jimmy, Donnie, and Feek was the original drummer. Adam Farioli, Jimmy Farioli's brother, Feek. Yeah. And so Chasen, we went out to L.A. We decided to go out to L.A. And so Donnie didn't come with us, but me and Jimmy went out to L.A. and we ended up playing Gazzari's, the Troubadour.
Dude.
We played the Roxy. We were doing the whole deal out there, And we had record labels come out, but it was like 1987. And it was kind of like over.
Yeah.
Because Guns N' Roses came out. Everybody thinks Nirvana
Yeah, Guns N' Roses
Everyone
really-
thinks Nirvana
yeah,
was what
yeah.
killed it, but really Guns N' Roses was the first band to kill that hair metal thing.
They did. They killed the shred.
And then Nirvana just came along and,
And
finished the
annihilated it.
job.
Yeah.
You know, but it was really Guns N' Roses, in my opinion, that started to get away from that
And it's
hair metal.
funny because it took a year for that album to hit.
Right.
Like, that doesn't happen. Nowadays, you either hit or you don't hit.
Yeah.
That was back in the old paradigm. And that's all gone. And for you kids listening, because you're not listening anyway, because there's no kids listening to this shit.
So I got a true story that's interesting. So Motley Crue in about 88, 89, they came to Philly. I was back in Philly. Me and Jimmy were both back in Philly, Jim Meropolis. And we got a tip that they were going to go to the Bellevue Stratford Hotel, to the bar, and they were staying there. So they were going to go in the bar after.
They didn't know about Legionnaire's disease,
So we
apparently.
went. So we went, and they were there, except Mick Mars. He never really hung out. But Tommy was sitting at the bar. Vince was there. Nikki was there. So throughout the night, Tommy was kind of sitting with Heather Locklear. So he had a bodyguard, so nobody was really coming near him. And
that would have been cool.
Vince sat with us. I'm not going to say anything. I'm just going to say nice guy. But I ended up sitting at the bar with Nikki Sixx at the end of the night. True story. I'm not lying. I ended up sitting at the bar with Nikki Sixx, me, and this girl Joji that was a friend of mine for a long time. And I'm telling him, I'm in a band, and and all this. And he goes, listen. It's a true story. He said, he looked at me and he goes, listen, I don't know what your music sounds like. I don't know if you're good or not, but I'm going to tell you, you're probably not going to make it. And I'll tell you why. He said, it's really hard to make it. He said, we just got lucky. We were in the right place at the right time with the right gimmick. That's what he said.
Well, it's the
and
truth.
I'll never forget
yeah.
it because I really never did make it. So he was kind of right.
But think about all the guys that you knew. There were all these guys that we were in contact with. And there were all these guys that made it, like a select few.
Yeah.
And there were guys that didn't make it. And there were guys that we know that didn't make it that fucking ran circles around the guys that did.
Yeah.
And that's not a knock against any of the bands from the Philly area that made it. Fucking great bands.
Yeah.
But it's not about talent. It's not about it's about that thing at the right time in the right moment. When I watch these documentaries about movies and how they're made, watch the documentary about Back to the Future. There is no way that movie should ever have made it, had happened, come together. There were a million things that went wrong from day one to the finish to the editing, and boom. Sometimes lightning does strike,
Yeah.
and that's what it's all about. And
No pun intended.
yeah, I know. You're right. Thank you. Yeah, that was transcendental. I sat in my room as a kid. Joby, you can come in on a Wednesday.
That's
It's
what he's
fine.
saying.
Yeah, well, it's fine.
He could have. He just
could have.
didn't bring it.
Seeing all this stuff.
It's all here.
Oh.
Joby from Romeo Delight.
Hey, Joby.
Although I hear they're looking for a bass player. What the fuck is that all about, Joby?
Oh.
We got to dive into that and save that for the show if you come on. But as a kid, I fantasized about being a rock star. I got into this band Kiss, and I just wanted to be Kiss.
I've heard of them.
And I spent my entire childhood from 10 on about just I wanted to be a musician. I wanted to be, and my grandfather was a guitar player. He was a guitar player in a big band, and I worshiped my grandfather, and I just wanted to be a rock star. And I got it in my mind I was going to be a rock star. I wasn't stupid about it. I always had a backup plan, but I was confident. And you have to be confident, even if you're going to fail, because if you don't, you're never going to make it.
Like all those hockey players that work for PNB.
There you go.
And I was telling him when I first got here, because we were talking about Kiss. And, when I was about 14, I went to see Kiss at the Tower Theater. And I didn't really know who they were. I just saw me and my friends saw these painted faces and kind of didn't really hear of them. It was like.
Maybe there'll be circus things.
It just came out. So we went to the
Kabuki
Tower Theater
rock.
to see him. And it changed my entire life. I saw them. then I saw, is this a PG?
You can
Fuck
say
no.
anything you want.
Then I saw some girl take her shirt off. I saw that. I was like 14, and
Hippos.
I'm like, somehow this adds up.
I like this.
I want to do this, and it really did set me off on my journey in music. After I saw Kiss,
I don't think there's enough people that can say the impact that band had. I think for a generation after the Beatles, there is no other band that has impacted a generation more than Kiss did. The Beatles and Kiss, and then
the Rolling Stones.
Okay, I'll give them.
But I mean, they put on a show. Like we had
that thing that happened. I mean, an entire generation just fucking lost their fucking minds, and then those kids that got into Kiss, once they understood music, there was this other factor, and I always go to this. There was this guy that changed guitar playing, Eddie Van Halen.
Yes.
These are factors that played a big part in shaping what happened in the 80s. And for me, the 80s were like, 70s music was my roots and everything I believe in, but the 80s were everything that meant anything to me. That's when the performance took another level. I mean, I was into Kiss for the performance, and I was talking to Mark earlier. He was talking about how
Nick says Zeppelin too.
every show he did was a show.
Yeah, Zeppelin. Can't forget about them.
Well, Zeppelin's the greatest band of all time. Fuck that. Like that's the greatest fucking band there ever fucking was. Period. Sorry.
So not a PG show.
But
I'm learning.
I don't even know where I was going with that. I lost my chain of thought.
What about was it tied to the train?
Yeah, probably. I think
Okay.
the train went into the tunnel and
Gotcha.
went to black.
Oh, I don't like that metaphor.
You were talking about Led Zeppelin, I think.
It
No,
was before
you were talking
Zeppelin.
about you were talking about the performances.
Oh, we were talking about. So Mark was telling me how his band, they always do a performance, and I said, you must have been into Kiss growing up.
And that's how the conversation started. Yes.
And that's the essence of it. Like, if you're from a certain era, Kiss defined performance. People laughed at them. People didn't take them seriously. They were a game changer for the way music was performed. There would probably have not been an MTV had there not been a Kiss. And if you think I'm wrong, go back and watch the videos from like 1981 or 82 when MTV started. Kiss changed the paradigm. It was performance oriented.
Yeah.
People say they weren't great. I say, fuck you, go listen to Rock and Roll Over. I'll put it against anything any day of the week.
Well, and I believe, I mean, I'm not saying I'm right. Just because I'm saying it doesn't mean I'm right. However, I believe when you get up on stage, you're not only supposed to play, but you're supposed to perform. You're playing and performing. And, to me, when people come out to see a band, they're spending their hard-earned money. They're taking the time to come see you. They're taking time out of their life to come see your band. Or
I agree.
To me, you kind of owe it to people to give a performance, not just get up there and just play.
Yeah.
So that's the Chaotix. We really focus a lot on our performance, and that's one of the things I love about the Chaotix is the way we perform. You come out and see us, and you'll never see us phoning it in. You'll never see us just get up there and stand there and just play. And I'm not saying that that's a bad thing. Some bands get up there and just play, and they're incredible.
I hear you.
I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is, I prefer to be in a band where it's a performance.
I agree with you.
So that's, and I feel like, hey, these people are here to be entertained.
Yeah.
So you should entertain them, not just stand there.
Unless you're on a stage that's in the corner of the bar and it's 5 feet wide, then you have no choice.
I mean, if you're doing if you're doing an acoustic where there's two guys, you don't have to perform. But if you're in a band and you're playing in a club or in a concert or whatever you're doing, you should be performing.
There's so many places I've played over the years where literally I have a 1 foot.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You can't move. If every place was Tom and Jerry's, it'd be great.
Yeah.
Except I always end up behind the pole there.
Do you?
No.
been a while.
They have a great stage there.
Yeah, I haven't played there in a while.
Yeah. So the Chaotics, we've been doing this for 8 years now. 7 or 8 years.
That's awesome, man.
And we're down the shore a lot in the summer.
That's really awesome.
It's just a lot of fun. Fun band.
Eric Claxton in the house. Wow. Claxton. I didn't say it right. Sorry. Old friend. Good bass player. Great bass player. Sorry. Just trying to keep up with the chats on the side.
Yeah, you got to get in there, man.
Who's on the main screen over there?
That was me. It's all me.
Oh, okay.
There are people watching out there on YouTube. They're just
So we have a guy that he's like kind of a big YouTuber. His name's Tom. And he has a show.
Makes him sound like a potato.
Did you say you had LeCompton here?
We had him virtually.
Oh, okay.
We've been trying to get. Every time I see Mike, he's like, "I'm coming in. I'm doing the show." Yes, please.
Okay. Beer, sir?
And
No, thank you.
he just we haven't threaded that one yet.
Gotcha.
So one of these days, Mike LeCompte will probably be here. No, he's not coming here, but it would be great if he did. It would be funny. I would like to get him just pick up my '78 Les Paul and just tell me what he thinks.
Yeah.
That's all I care
You got
about.
a lot of guitars here.
There's a few.
That one looks like mine.
Yeah, it does. You like Flying
I
V's.
think but I think that's the
What
exact-
year is yours?
2018.
That's a 1981.
It's like a 73 reissue though, or 74 reissue. Kind of looks similar though.
I'll show it to you.
Well, you're grabbing that. The beer tonight is Dock Street Zero Fox Given. Another red IPA.
It's a very rare guitar.
How's everyone doing out there?
Check it out, man.
They're doing.
1981. It's probably way out of tune. I don't take this guitar out.
Needs a dusting.
It's a little rare. Yeah, it's way out.
Anyway.
There you go.
Anyway, so but yeah, if you come see us play, you'll see me doing all this old Dead End Kids stuff. So one time I was on
Midnight
stage
Moses.
with Kelly Jane. Well, no, we don't play, but I do a lot of. I'm not afraid to say it. I still try to keep the stuff that they did alive. Like Terry and I will do jump kicks at the end of songs. We rock back and forth together like constantly throughout the night, and I do all this stuff I'm playing. Like Kelly and George taught me. Like I used to watch them, and and I just love it. It's a nice guitar, man.
Thank you, man.
Beautiful.
So
Beautiful.
Hoppy told me some stories about Kelly and those guys, and he said that back before the days where they had the ability to boost their solos and stuff, the way they did it was they turned the tone knob all the way off, set the amp up to a higher frequency,
Oh,
and then when the solo came, popped that tone knob up, and it gave them like a 3 or 4 dB boost. And that's how they did it,
no, I never heard that.
because they didn't have the shit. And as you know, man, back when and you've been doing it a little bit longer than I have. Back in the day, we didn't have volume pedals or solo boost or any of that shit. You were relying on the sound guy,
Yes.
and if the sound guy didn't know your shit, you were shit. Solo comes up, nobody knows what's going on. So when I got back into playing again, I was like, I'm going to have something on my rig to make sure that my solo pops up. Figured that out back in the day. But crazy, man. Crazy stuff. Hoppy knows everything.
Yeah.
Hoppy knows.
I can't tell you how many times Hoppy did sound for White Fox and Chasen. It's got to be at least 20 times, but probably. I mean, we worked with him so much back in the day. What a great
guy. See? And have you ever met anybody who said anything different about Hoppy?
No, you can't.
Hoppy, when he would come up and do those shows, all those reunion shows, he would stay here.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Wow. That's cool. Oh, I didn't know that.
Yep.
Yeah, right here on the floor.
Actually, yeah. Well, yeah, in the other
Crawl up in a corner.
the other room. Him and Rose.
If my wife's watching, hello, Wendy.
Hey, Wendy.
Anyway, there's another band that I was in that, there's a band that I was in called Audio Mob, and I never really talk
I
about
remember
it a lot,
that
but
band.
I'm telling you,
I probably saw you.
Audio Mob was
This is very.
the most talented set of musicians I've ever played with in my entire life. I mean, we were doing like Emerson, Lake and Palmer and Kansas and like stuff that was just
That's
we
crazy,
did Yes
man.
Changes.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I mean it was. So the guitar player was Billy Neal, and he's in Flip Like Wilson. He's been in it for the whole run, and they still play out. Billy's one of the best guitar players in this whole area that not a lot of people have know who he is. Amazing, like seriously.
Yeah.
You ask anyone who knows who he is, and they'll tell you. Chris O'Donnell on drums, incredible drummer. He studied with Joe Morello. Joe Paglia on keyboards, and Nick Metamano on bass. Nick passed away some years ago, so we actually started doing well in the early, mid 90s. We were being managed by Charlie Kendall, who was the voice of MMR. You remember the WMMR?
Oh, yeah.
Phil, the original guy?
Yeah.
That was him. He was managing our band because our keyboard player was friends with him. And so, we went in the studio, we recorded an album, and then, sitting at work, I was working King of Prussia, sitting there, keyboard player calls me. He said, "Yo, what are you doing Friday night?" Nothing. He said, "You want to open for Styx at the Tower Theater?"
Oh my God, dude.
I said, "Well, of course I do, but I know we're not." He goes, "Guess what? We are." I said, "Come on, you got to be kidding me, right?" He said, "No, we're opening for Styx on Friday night at the Tower Theater," and we did.
How'd that feel?
It was the biggest band I've ever opened for in my life.
Just to
One of-
share a
one of the
stage and
biggest
say,
shows I've ever
Hi,
played."
Tommy. How's it going?
And Tommy Shaw wasn't in the band.
Oh,
It was Glenn Burtnick
Okay.
that replaced him for that tour. Tommy wasn't in it at the time.
figures I picked the one guy who's not
And-
available.
And they were really nice to us. Their tour manager wasn't nice, but they were nice to us. Because we didn't know how long they were going to let us play, so we planned a half hour.
Yeah.
And we got there, we're like, well, we got a half hour, and the tour manager looked at us and he goes, "You guys got 20 minutes.
Really?
If you go over by 1 second, I'm pulling the power and the lights on you."
What an asshole.
So we did like
Where
we
are
did
you
like-
parked, dude?
We did like 4 songs because we weren't sure, but one of them was Frankenstein by Edgar Winter, which the band did instrumentally. I went off stage.
Oh.
But normally I'd play guitar and play with the band, but for that show we decided they didn't want to bring an extra amp for me and have all that. So
Oh my
I just
God,
fronted the band that
dude.
night. And I went off, and so I'm standing in the wings, and this is a true story. I don't care who doesn't believe me. It's totally true story. I'm standing in the wings, and we had already done 2 songs and then Frankenstein,
Yeah.
or maybe 3 songs, I forget. And Dennis D. Young walks up to me and goes, "Dude, you're a really good singer, man," and walks away. And I'm just like, I
What
knew
the
who he
fuck
was.
just happened?
And I'm just like, I was speechless for Dennis DeYoung to take the time to come walk up to me and say that.
No, because that's
know?
something for somebody to take the time out.
And it's just, and then we ended with Beverly Hills. We ended the show with Beverly Hills. We had the Tower Theater on their feet. And what's funny is, like, after the first song, I was like, "Hello, Philadelphia," like we had been on the tour. I drove down there in my car from Havertown and parked in the parking lot, like across the street. Like we all drove there in our cars. Like
Yeah.
we're acting like we were
Rock
young.
stars.
We
Yeah,
all,
I get
and
it,
so our
though.
manager, years later, our producer tells us, "You guys almost didn't get to play that night." What are you talking about? They saw how young you guys were, and they thought you were going to suck. And they were telling us they ain't playing. And we had to beg them to let you guys play that night.
Oh my God.
They were ready to throw you out. Yeah. So we got really lucky on that one. Then we opened for Kicks, too, at Chestnut Cabaret.
I got to play a gig with the singer from Kicks. We played M3. There used to be a sideshow called Sleazy Slimy Sunday. Say that 3 times.
please.
And we did the third installment of that. And the singer from Kix was one of the performers on the bill. And Old School got to play that show. That was pretty cool. And L.A. Guns was the headliner.
Great.
And it was great. Steve was like, I was hanging out with him backstage, and we're just talking like normal people. And I'm like, this is fucked up. Mark Burkert, the guy in my band, he's toured all over. He's been all over Europe. He toured with a national act. And, yes.
Great guitar player.
Standard fare. It's, how do you the food? It's okay. For me, that was like the fucking greatest thing that ever happened. I'm like, what the fuck is happening?
Yeah, like when you tell me they threw my ass out.
Sorry, Jim.
But
Should've told
I
me you
don't
were with the
talk
band.
about Audio Mob enough. That band was super talented.
Yeah.
And then we actually doubled as a cover band called Frontier. Same members, and we were booking through Apollo Artists. So we were doing that and playing originals, and it was a great time. We were together for like over 25 years, playing on and off.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah. And,
So you guys were, what years were the time frame of this?
like 92 to 95, I think.
Okay.
Somewhere in there. Then
That was when I was transitioning out.
and then a couple of us formed Brave New World, which was a cover band with a couple other guys, and we were playing the circuit as a cover band called Brave New World. That was another talented band that we had.
So like about 94, 95, that's when I was done. And I was done for about 8 or 9 years. And then
How'd you start back up? That's hard.
I got divorced.
Oh, well, that'll do it.
I needed.
At least you got the guitars in the settlement.
I needed something to do. I didn't have that many guitars. At that point, I probably had about 7, maybe 7 or 8 guitars. COVID was a big factor in guitar buying, but
That's why we're here.
yeah, and that's why the show started. But yeah, wow, that's crazy, man. So I have in my attic, I have like a lot of clippings of Kiss stuff, and I used to save every weekend, and I bet in there is one of your bands. I used to get the Philadelphia Journal and the Daily News, and every weekend, they would have Thursday, Friday, they would have all the bands that were playing. And I would cut all that stuff out, and I have it all stuff. And I remember clearly Crystal Ship and bands like that, and Sinner and all these bands, and I have all that stuff. So one of these days, Jim, we're gonna bring that shit down here.
Oh my God, it's
And
gonna be like the like the Dead Sea Scrolls, man. It's gonna fall apart.
It will be, and it's gonna be all
It's like my old
yellowed
Star
and-
Wars newspaper. I don't like touching it.
But I really like as a kid, I was really into this as a young man. I was really into the music scene, and I used to call up what was her name on MMR? She dated Warren Zevon.
Not Cindy Drew.
Not Cindy, the other one. Oh fuck.
I know who you're talking about. I just can't think of it.
She did the
think
morning or
Lucy
the
St.
early
James
afternoon shift after Steve Ski was on. And I used to
Oh God, Steve Ski.
Steve Ski.
Christ.
I used to call her up and talk to her on the phone. I really tried. Like I did everything I could. I got friendly with all the guys at YSP on the Metal Shop. I got friends with was friends with Killer Ken.
We did Metal Shop, White Fox. We
Did you?
Mean Ed Green.
Mean Ed Green
Yeah,
and Killer Ken.
we got interviewed on Metal Shop.
Well, I was-
that was fun.
I wasn't in a band, and he brought us into the show. And
wow.
We were young. We were probably like 18 years old, 17 years old. We were all fucked up. We were all drunk and high, and they threw us off the show. Like, you guys got to get the fuck out of here, because we were in the, I don't know, there was like a booth on the side, and Ken was in there. He was taking all the calls, and Ken went on to be the writer for all the Kiss books.
Oh, wow.
Ken Sharp.
Right. Yeah.
So I was really good friends with Ken for a number of years. We lost touch, and he probably doesn't even know who I am now, but his mother knew who I was very well, because I used to call his house quite a lot. And Ken had a Flying V, and that was my, I would call him, what we talk about guitars. I had an S1, and he had a Flying V. We would talk Gibson guitars. That's my stupid little story.
Damn it.
Yeah. Speaking of books, there's a new book that just came out a few months ago called When We Rocked. It's the history of Philadelphia metal from 78 to 1992, I believe. And White Fox is mentioned several times throughout the book, and I actually got interviewed. So some excerpts from my interview are in the book. Johnny D is all over the book. Brittany Fox, Cinderella. Every band that was popular in the Philadelphia tri-state area.
There it is.
He's going to pull it up.
Oh, you
pulling
beat
it
me
up?
to it, do it.
There it is.
Damn it. That's how I was
Really good book. Yeah, Billy Childs, Reggie Wu. There's Dave Weekly's. He's all over in the book. And, we all got interviewed.
Weekly's such a nice
And,
guy, dude. Every once in a while, I'll look out when we're playing a show.
Johnny wrote the foreword in
and
the
he'll
book.
be there.
Johnny wrote the foreword. Johnny D wrote the foreword in the book.
Johnny's another nice guy. My first time hanging out with Johnny D was at Chili's on the it was Chili's on City Line Avenue.
Sure it wasn't El Torito's?
I was there with my first wife. We were dating at the time. And Johnny D walked in and a whole bunch of other guys. I think it was all the guys from the band he was in at the time.
Stop that.
Brittany Fox. So they were all sitting there, and we're just sitting in the next booth, and we're just hanging out with these dudes. And I'm like, and she knew them all, and I'm like,
Went down to when Cinderella was touring with Bon Jovi on the Slippery When Wet tour. Me, Johnny D, and Feek got backstage passes from Jeff to come down to Baltimore. And so we drove down to Baltimore to the show, and we were backstage for that. Me and Johnny and Feek, and we had a blast.
oh, that's so cool, dude.
But what's funny that Rick Cornetti was the keyboard player.
yeah.
So Rick forgot he lost his pass.
Didn't he work at Cintioli's or
Yes,
something? Yeah.
but he lost his backstage pass. So like we're on the other side. We're backstage, but we're like out watching the show. Not watching the show. We're out like where the crowd is, but we're on this side where you can.
Yeah.
And they wouldn't let him in because he didn't have his pass. And he's like, I'm in the band, and they didn't believe him.
Oh, no.
So Tommy had to come out and get him. It was hilarious.
So it's, just real quick, like you're right there in the description for this book.
Yeah, I mean, and even Jeff Tate and Jack Russell and like Tramp, Chips and Stephen Piercy. There's excerpts from them in the book too,
Which it's cool because
where they talk about Philly.
well, they recorded Operation Mindcrime over at the studio over there in KGEM.
Yeah. And hey,
May-
anybody
may I-
out there, get
may-
the book. It's really, if you want to know about the history of the tri-state area from back in the day, get the book. It's a really good read.
My ex-wife worked at KGEM for a little while, so
okay, yeah.
we had all these crazy stories from that. It was crazy. Small world, man. World War III was recording there when she was there. Oh my God, small world. I remember they needed to get amps and stuff like that. They were getting everything from Sam Ash and Cherry Hill. That's where they would get all the gear.
There it is. Now it's up on
It was
the
the only Sam Ash there was around here.
Yeah, you can order it on Amazon.
Yeah. Oops.
I'm going to order.
There's
it
there's
tonight.
another book.
Yeah,
the
that
history
actually
of,
sounds
the
really
history
cool.
of South Jersey metal that White Fox is also in.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. But I want to give a shout out to he's not watching, of course, but good friend Buddy Cash.
Buddy in Arizona.
One of the best bass players I've ever got to jam with in my entire life. Buddy's enjoying the weather. Well, we're freezing over here.
In Arizona? I don't know if you enjoy that weather.
He does.
He does.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Is he like a reptile?
No,
Yeah.
Chuck
He
Scarpello
is.
is going to join him out there very soon, I think.
Ugh.
He is a reptile.
He's a reptile skeleton.
He's lying out there on a rock like, I love this shit.
Buddy's a great guy. I remember many a time playing at Tom and Jerry's, and he was, they would have like two bands in a day. Like, they would do like the happy hour, and he was always in the happy hour band, and we would run into each other and talk, and just a good guy. Just a good guy.
Well, he's funny because
He doesn't know who the fuck I am.
he
at this
knows
Point,
he knows the lyrics to like every song, and he always says, "You guys need teleprompters." because
How does he
we use
do that?
iPads. You know, some
Dude,
of us use iPads for lyrics.
I know
and
you're a
stuff.
singer.
He's like,
I don't
teleprompter.
I don't know the lyrics to anything. I know music.
I can't.
I
Remember,
listen to music.
I can remember some of them and some I can't.
I don't know how people do that. Honestly.
I was a lot better at it when I was younger,
Well,
of course.
some
but,
things go without saying.
But anyway,
We got a community standards, Jim.
No, we always get that.
I just got it now.
You sure?
But-
You just didn't notice it?
Maybe I
It's-
didn't notice it.
Literally been there the entire
This
time.
beer is pretty good, Jim, by the way. Thank you.
What do you think?
I'd give it a 7.
I love it. I love
Maybe an
it.
8.
Giving you an 8 then.
Okay.
I'll give this a 9.
Thank you. My mixology is going well.
What did
You
you
hear
mix?
that, Frank?
What did you mix there?
That's a rum and coke with a little bit of lime.
Yes.
Nice. Very
Actually, it's a lot of lime.
But
What kind of rum?
What do you think?
Well, I just want to be sure because you asked for rum and cokes at Screwballs. You should never do that. You're going to get Bankers Club rum.
I'm usually drinking it so fast it doesn't matter.
Tom from Tom's World. Where you been,
There
man?
he is. I was about to.
Oh, I'm sorry. That came out wrong. Hi, man. How you doing, Tom from Tom's World?
hey, Tom.
Mark was in the middle of something. Then I'll talk about Tom from Tom's World so
What was
everybody
I
can
in
know
the
who he
middle
is. Look, Jim Naffis is talking about Slider.
Oh yeah. Yep. Mike started in Slider. I
Oh, my
remember
God.
that.
Oh, Jesus. That was forever ago.
I was playing out then. I actually started.
Jeans on the
I
Boulevard.
started working for Apollo Artists in a band called Angel Lust in 1980, 79, 80, somewhere. in there.
Crazy,
Yeah.
dude.
And on and off for like 30 years, I worked for Apollo Artists. And I'll tell you what, Freddie Baker helped shape this area. I don't care what anyone says. And all these like tribute bands, a lot of it, like Get the Lead Out, the Heart tribute band. There's a bunch of tribute bands with people who came up through the Freddie Baker circuit.
Absolutely.
Because Freddie, he always stressed the fact that you need to learn the songs off the record exactly the way they go. Nobody cares how good you are. No one cares how great your guitar solo is. Do the guitar solo from the record. And he really instilled that in everyone. Now you got all these tribute bands out there. A lot of them worked for Freddie over the years, you know? They don't realize how much he instilled that in us.
There's two
know?
mindsets. There's the Freddie mindset, and there's the EVH mindset.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm somewhere in the middle.
Hey, Richie Salamone's in the When We Rock book.
Is he?
He was an assassin, so they're mentioned in there.
That's funny.
Yeah, they're mentioned in there.
I think my bass player in old school was an assassin. I'm thinking he was in that band. The guitar player was in Cross-Eyed Mary. That was an assassin.
I apologize. I had a lot to drink tonight.
I'm sorry, Jim.
It's all right. Sorry.
I have to go in the office tomorrow.
I was just in there.
Oh, sorry.
I didn't know. How long's that sign been on the toilet?
About 5 years.
Wow, I
You
never.
got one heck of a setup in here, I gotta tell you.
Thank you, dude.
This is amazing.
It's theater. It's a little theater.
Yeah, most of this is just paper. Just tear it all down.
It's all fake.
I'm having another one of these. It's going to be a bad
It's all
idea.
AI.
but-
It's all AI. Nothing you see here is real.
These
Mark.
guitars aren't really behind me. It's a wall.
I mean, honestly, you don't
it's a
really
video
think we
wall.
exist, do you?
It's a video wall
Actually,
that changes every week.
seriously, all this stuff is real that's here. It's really cool.
I want to try to get it.
It's a shame we're in Woodbury, New Jersey.
Yeah, I want to do like chroma key. Well, whatever the newest version
It
of
was
chroma key.
called Chroma Key.
Yeah,
When
I don't
was-
want to do that.
When I was at Channel 6, it was called Chroma Key.
What was it in like 2002? Bree and I went up to Canada. All the commercials were still in chroma key, black and white chroma key.
Oh, that's the best,
It was
man.
so cool, man. But I've been trying to do like virtual stuff like that, just so we can be like Wayne's World, like like we're in Finland, we're in Delaware,
We're in Delco
we're
Delco.
in Delco.
with Mike Nappy.
Delco. I'm a Delco. I was
I did send
born in
Mike,
Philly, raised in Delco.
I did send Mike Nappy a friend request, which he promptly ignored.
I'm gonna get a hoagie.
He knows who you are, dude.
No,
See, now, meanwhile,
A hoagie
See,
and
I
water.
went to school in Delco, and I
Tom
never
from
heard that
Tom's
accent.
World, Tom from Tom's World, I met him at Nick's Roast Beef Woodhaven, and he's been a friend ever since. And he's been out
When
to
you
see the
bond
band.
over beef, man, that's the
Yeah.
shit, man.
Joe is that Joby said Billy is a great guitar player. I think he means Billy Neal from Flip Like Wilson, I believe.
Buddy and I were both at the point in bands that Freddie booked. Okay.
Did we have a conversation with a young person who didn't know what Flip Like Wilson was about, like why it was called that recently?
I don't know.
I swear to God we did, because I don't know who the hell else I'd be talking about that with. But we were talking to somebody, and they were like, I don't get it. And my first thought was, oh, fuck you. But, you know, it's like they didn't understand like why anybody would have a band called Flip Like Wilson. And I was like,
because you're old.
God, we're old.
They obviously never heard
But you
of-
know what? I've tried to tell my daughter this, and then she's just like, fuck off. We're the Gen X is weird. Like we kind of straddle the not even the boomers, but their parents shit all the way up to now somehow. Like we know who who Humphrey Bogart is from watching Bugs Bunny cartoons.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
You know, like we like.
Well, there was we had the after boom of that era.
Yeah, we that was all on
it's funny
TV,
you
and
say
we
that.
sat around like, I'll watch this until Star Blazers comes on. Yeah.
You just made me think of this about 5 years ago. This young girl in the office, I was telling her what my band played, and I said, we do Night Ranger, and she went, who's Night Ranger?
What's a Night Ranger?
She said,
Where did
"Who's
you
Night-"
bury
and
the
that's when
body?
That's when I knew I was old. I'm like, she doesn't know who Night
I've
Ranger
had that
is.
happen too.
And I was like, okay, you know.
So she didn't. That happened with me and a girl at work, and then she was texting somebody at work about me. Somehow, I got the transcript of her chat.
Oh boy.
She's like, this old guy.
Yeah.
And she's like, he thinks he's relevant.
But us old guys know how to play.
Oh, we don't play the
We've
tracks.
been around.
It's like we prepared for the end of the world our entire teenage lives. Fuck with us now. Yeah, I remember somebody at work was like, some woman at work came up to me and like, you know what song drives me crazy? What is it called? It's like, Working for the Weekend. Oh, I hate that song. And I'm like, why? So I just do. So at least once a week, I would send the intro to that song to her via email, and she would like, eventually, like, she wouldn't respond after a while, so I'd send it like every couple of hours, because I had, that's
You're a stage 5 flinger.
I have a work ethic, but and she finally came over and just like,
Send me the
goddamn thing. Like it's stuck in her head.
Speaking of which, I just finished watching last night the Eddie Murphy documentary on Netflix. Very
Oh,
good.
I didn't
Highly
see
recommend
that.
it.
I just remember we did 2 shows with you guys.
We did?
Tom, I don't miss Nick's Woodhaven. I miss the one on Cotman.
I was the front man for the Yngwie Malmsteen tribute at the
What
TLA.
up, Diego?
Oh my God.
Yeah, with Chris Gordon on guitar.
Oh my God. That's when Chris had the fan blowing his hair
Yes.
back.
And it's funny because
And that's what you remember. You puff.
this girl said to me,
That's all my wife could talk about. Why does that guy have a fan?
she said, I didn't know Fabio played guitar.
And now Chris has...
You've had people in old school that have done that, and I remember being at the bar, and I'm like, how's she doing that?
But we played with you guys,
I
and there was a
forgot
Rat tribute.
Yeah.
And then we went on.
Rat and Roll or
Yeah.
something.
And it was
That was a fun day.
Yngwie Malmsteen tribute, which
Sounds
I
like
thought
lunch.
there would be like a drove of guitar players out there, but it was like
No, it was Mother's Day.
There was people there, but
It was Mother's Day.
Mother's
but,
Day is
I'll
always
tell
a
you
draw.
what, that was the most challenging vocals I've ever had to do in my entire life.
Well, yeah, you were following all those guys that sang for Yngwie.
And to
Trying to
be on
pronounce
stage,
words like Yngwie.
to be on stage with Chris Gordon.
Chris Gordon is amazing.
To me, he's probably one of the best guitar players in the whole tri-state area. The guy should be on tour. I mean, the guy is just
Diego.
unreal.
Yeah, he's there.
Nice guy too, just a really nice guy. We did some gigs at Dingbats. I did about 6 or 7 gigs with them, and it was the most fun I've ever had as a frontman because it was challenging to be able to have to sing those songs, So I had classical and opera voice training when I was 17. I went to the Bryn Mawr Conservatory of Music for a year, and it was the first time I actually got to use it.
Yeah.
Because I had to use it to sing that stuff, But I remember that night, you guys.
That was a fun night.
Yeah. TLA, that was fun.
I remember my mom was in town. It was Mother's Day, and I'm like, Ma, I can't see you on Mother's Day. She's like, why? I'm playing TLA.
And then definitely Leopard. We did the TLA with a
Led Zeppelin
Led Zeppelin
band.
tribute
I
band
was
called
there.
Led Zeppelin 2.
I was there.
And the place was,
It was packed.
there was 900 something people there. They
It
told
was.
us.
It was a capacity.
It was
dude.
one of the biggest shows I ever played in Philly. Probably the biggest one.
I just love those shows where you're
And-
like, I wonder
except
if
for
we're
the
gonna get
Styx
out here
show.
alive.
But because like when I got there, you know, Schmitty,
Yeah.
the guitar tech,
Yeah, I
Schmitty
know.
works for like everybody.
Everybody.
Nicest guy in the world.
He used to. He started at. He worked with Hoppy
Yeah.
at the Red Garter.
So I got to the TLA and I didn't see the crowd because where we had to go in, I didn't see.
I think I'm
I went
getting
right
it
to the
right.
dressing
Maybe I'm
room.
thinking of somebody
And I
else.
go, how's it look out there? He goes, go take a look for yourself. And I went out and looked, and you couldn't walk in the place.
I remember, dude.
And we opened up, and it was one of our best shows. Really was.
It was a great night.
And definitely Leopard. You know, we were a great band. Before COVID, we were doing really well. We really put a lot of work into that show. And
I
then
lost-
after COVID. We really couldn't get booked. Like we couldn't get money. We couldn't get bookings.
Dude,
and so we just kind of
Everything
folded
post-COVID
it up.
changed, and a lot of places closed. But here's my biggest memory of that night, other than it being great and the crowd.
Yeah.
I had a pair of wire cutters in my lapel pocket of my jacket
Why?
because I always had them with me for changing strings and stuff at a gig.
Oh, okay.
I was wearing my gig stuff. I walked into the door. They're like, what do you got there? I'm like, I don't know. Oh, my wire cutters. They're like, you're going to have to leave that with us. I'm like, can I get it after the show? If they're still here. They were my best wire cutters. They were the best snips I ever had. And I lost them.
I did that. I
Thanks.
did that. once.
Thanks, Mark.
He's still heartbroken over it.
I went. I had to take some kids to the airport one time, nieces and nephew, and I had to get a boarding pass to walk to hang with them at the gate. So I had to get through TSA, and I took my keys out and everything and threw it in a thing, and I had a wine opener like a waiter like
Cork
a
thing.
real
The
tiny
corkscrew
one,
thingy.
was like on my keychain, and the TSA person is looking at me like pulled this thing out like.
What are you doing with that, you fucking cretin?
Like literally looked at me like, really, you're trying to get in with this? And I was like, well, I left
I'm
my
gonna
M60
screw
at
everybody.
home.
I'm going to
like,
screw them all.
what the hell? And here's the fucked up thing. So I was like, can I get it back? Because it was something stupid. It's like something like a knickknack I got like at a ski place or something, right? So I get
Oh, so it had memory factor.
yeah. And I paid like $1.95 for it. I wanted it back. So I go get the thing back. Everything's
Oh,
great.
they gave it to you.
They gave it back.
Yeah, I went back for my wire cutters. They said, sorry, dude.
No,
they're
but
gone."
this is where it gets fucked up. So then I a little while later, I pull the thing out. We're at some party and somebody's like, "Oh, I need to open this wine bottle." I'm like, "I can do it." And I pull.
Hold on. My name's Dudley
And
Dickwright.
I used to do this as a bartender. Like I used to love going to the table and doing it with like a real wine thing, like the waiter thing. So I'm doing the whole thing and I pull it out and I go, "Th-" and the fucking cork is still in the bottle.
It broke
and
in
the
half.
corkscrew is absolutely straight.
What?
It just bent straight. And I was like, well, I guess that is a pretty decent weapon. But,
All right.
like, I mean, it'd be like if Wolverine's claws were made out of, aluminum foil.
Well, I see Mark is still here. And,
Yeah, I'm still here.
Oh, shit. Is it that
good.
time?
he's going to have to play.
Oh, God.
It's that time of the night, kids. Time for Florida Man.
I have to do what?
Florida Man. You got to play Florida Man.
What's that?
Oh, you'll find out.
Metal banjo music. There you go. So,
Hey now.
how is it? Oh, there it is.
Why are the Irish singing about Florida Man?
I'm not entirely sure.
Very Irish show tonight. So for those that don't know, there are 6 statements here on screen, and
Yep.
one of them is not true. But believe it or not, the rest are. And these are all headlines taken from Florida News.
Except one. And I will admit, I was down here while you guys were in the other room drinking.
Yeah.
And I was like, fuck, I didn't do it. And I'm like typing
Oh, so you
furiously.
slapped it together.
Slapped it together.
Once again, he's slapping it.
Yep.
So you're saying,
5 of these are
Five of
true
those are
headlines.
okay,
From
One
Florida.
I made up.
okay,
So your mission, your job, is to find the one that I made
that
up.
you made up.
You choose to
Okay.
accept it.
Yep.
Joby's usually pretty good at this.
So yeah, he is. So you got Paul. You got to monitor Facebook.
I'm monitoring.
I'll keep an eye on the.
I got
on
community
YouTube.
standards against,
It's
unfortunately.
just, it
Now,
doesn't
can the
go
people
away.
see this?
Yes.
Okay.
This is what they're saying. So number 1 is naked Florida man with beer, woman's underwear, arrested for exposure at a crowded beach.
That's
I can
fucking
believe
true.
that.
Oh yeah, my cousin did that. Florida man builds boat entirely out of old pool noodles, names it Noodle Canoodle. Florida man arrested after hosting wrestling match between 2 garden gnomes. Yeah. Florida man applies for a NASA job with resume written on a tortilla.
What?
Okay.
Florida man arrested for trying to circumcise his neighbor's dog for religious reasons.
I can believe that
That's
one.
totally true.
Okay.
The dog was a son of Abraham. And Florida man says he's a time traveler from 1983, just here for the roller skates.
Okay. I'm.
It's between,
Yeah, this,
Are we both guessing? Or?
everybody can
everybody
guess.
guesses.
Everybody can guess.
and the prize is
Oh, everybody.
Nothing.
Not you, because you wrote it.
I wrote it. I'm out of it.
Tom Nally says
Tom Nelly
number
says
1.
one. All right.
Yeah. I'm gonna go with. I have to go with number 4. 'Cause
That's
I'm
the
not
one I'm-
sure how that would work.
That's the one I'm going with. I'm going with.
Somehow I'm picturing
I
a
was-
tortilla.
I was going to go with 3 or 4, but I'm going to go with 4.
Okay.
We're like-minded.
Yeah.
And Dega's going with 3.
I have a funny feeling that that's the one.
Anybody else? Let's give it a minute. Let's give it a
because
minute.
we are in a delay to the.
And
rest of
I'm
the
gonna,
world.
I'm gonna play the song again because I want you to listen to this because it is so ridiculous.
Joby Parring. Joby just picked number 5.
Yeah,
I can't understand what they're saying.
I don't think they're words actually.
Nick Cataldi just picked number 4.
Yep.
We're all over the place tonight. Watch us number 1. Here, I'll give you a little.
That's it.
The echo worked on that.
On the beer opening. All right. Anybody else? No one. We're gonna give it no more
that's all
time.
that's everybody's listening.
All right. So. No, I think there are more people, but
I know.
it's gonna be fine.
I
So,
know.
Bree usually jumps in, but she may be busy. All right. So the time traveler guy is true.
Of course it is.
Because why the hell not?
Even in Pennsylvania, that would hold true.
Diego, that is not germane to the conversation. It
did he
is
say?
either way, flour or corn tortilla. I'm gonna say
I
corn.
think that would.
No,
play a
I'm
part.
gonna say corn only because I've tried writing on a corn. Flour. Flour because
Flour would be easier to write.
I
on
have
than corn.
tried to write on a corn tortilla. It does not
No,
work.
it's bumpy.
No, you have to use like an old fashioned like fountain pen on it, and it sucks.
Or
a marker.
A paintbrush.
Yeah, but I mean, it's a resume. Who does that?
Somebody who's stupid.
Well, yeah, Florida. All right.
Okay.
It horrifies me to say the noodle canoodle thing is true.
Yeah, why not?
Sounded true.
Now, here's what sucks. I always try to like eliminate these by the ones that nobody picked first. But somebody picked the right one. At least one person picked the right story.
Oh,
but now I got to start breaking people's hearts, and I
Fucking
apologize
A.
for this.
Oh no.
So,
We lost.
Yep.
so sorry, but sorry. This is the most obviously right one.
Oh,
Yeah, naked guy in a flower.
of course. I saw that last week.
Yep. Diego, I'm really sorry, man, but somebody did get arrested for fighting garden gnomes in his
How the
garden.
fuck did that happen? I just want to know. Listen,
What?
There's got to be video of that.
I'll do some research. I didn't read the story. I
There's
just
more to that story, Jim.
yeah.
Ooh,
There's a
we're
lot
down to
more.
What
To
if
it.
two.
people dressed up as garden gnomes, maybe?
That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that he got a couple of little folks, and they're just out there kicking
The
each
one
other's
guy's
like bum fights.
The one guy's the guy with the fucking lantern on your front lawn. The fucking donkey.
No. We're not going to talk about the jockey guy.
Dude.
That's bad.
They were all over my neighborhood.
Oh, I
growing
know.
up.
And were they white?
Yeah.
Sure, they were. Okay.
Have the jockey fight the garden gnome.
Jesus Christ. Oh my God. All right.
This is where the ratings go up.
This is going to be hard because I can't do this quickly, and I really want to do it quickly, but I can't do it. So I'm just going to say, Joby, you got it right.
Oh my God.
The tortilla story is true. This is the one I made up.
Ah, good job.
So,
That
Wow.
was very convincing, Jim.
no,
Like,
hey, Joby, man, you
I
know me
totally
too well.
Picture some masochist in Florida destroying a dog.
We got to get Joby in here, man, because he knows me way too well.
Someone asked if Billy Stott was part of Apollo Artists. I don't think that he was.
No, didn't he have his own thing going?
Yeah, I don't think he ever was. I can't quote that 100%, but I don't think that he was.
So, good job, Joby.
And Frank-
Sorry, everyone
there
else.
was Frank Kelb. Well, Frank Kelb's still around.
Frank Kelb, yep.
He's like 84 years old.
Frank, yep. Frank was with Apollo.
Joby says he's God.
Frank
true.
used to book us, Frontiers. Frank Kelb he used to book us. Yep.
God bless you, Frank.
But I can tell you that playing on stage and performing is probably my favorite thing in life to do.
You mean you don't like going to the office every day as much?
Not as much. It's fun, but you know,
I hate
got to earn a living.
I'm really decent at what I do. I'm not great, but I'm decent.
Yes, you do.
But I can't wait to stop.
Yeah.
Pat.
Jody.
Yo!
Tom Nally says number one.
He said it. He just realized it was
Joby.
too obvious. it really was.
Joby's a piece of work, dude. Pat Shoemaker just stepped in.
What
Yo,
up,
Pat.
Pat?
I know Pat. We all know.
We all know Pat. Pat's sat in that chair a few times.
Really?
He's called in a bunch of times. We can do it tonight.
Did you
Pat.
sterilize it?
No.
No, I'm just kidding.
Well, we could do it, but it's almost time to.
So it was funny. So he contacted me. Old School was supposed to play Friday night at Peppers, and we were down 2 people. And I was like, Mike was down with the sickness, and
Oh, isn't that a sponge? Sorry. Something else.
Bob was down with the sickness, and there was just no way we were going to do the show. I'd have to find a singer and a drummer. Luckily for Saturday, I was able to pull that off, and I didn't need a PA because Mike brings the PA. Now I have a PA, but there's only so much I can fucking do, in a last minute
We have
notice.
this.
No, I got the big version of this under the steps. I have the 16 channel version of this.
You don't have the iPad thing?
I don't do the iPad thing.
But we used to use that for the show.
My
for
drummer
a while.
brings the iPad system with his Allen and Heath and the I
It
can't
doesn't
do that.
do that.
I can't do that. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I need knobs. I like chicks with knobs.
Like you're tuning a radio.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's perfect.
You guys are a laugh a minute.
Please don't whistle when you do that.
Sorry.
It's got to be horrifying. Joby, we're going to give him a plug. They're playing at the Goblet on February 28th.
Joby, you have a lot to explain. That's all I'm going to say.
What's the matter, Pat?
What?
What? Thought you weren't going, so I didn't come.
We didn't go. We canceled the show.
Yeah. Where? Uh-huh.
I'm so confused.
I've been drinking.
The show got canceled, and I think I spent the night on my sofa. Oh,
the one at Peppers got canceled,
Peppers.
but the one over at
Saturday night was
Saturday
was on.
night that was on.
That was Claire.
That was really good.
That was fun, dude. That was a fun night. We had a good time.
Got to hang out with the bartender, and
Freddie.
yeah, Freddie was cool.
Freddie's cool. The owner liked us. It was good. He's like, you guys got to play the heavy stuff when you come here more often. Like, all right, we can. More Judas Priest, guys. We got to do some more Priest and Maiden. Okay, we can do that. That's like the green light to heaven for me. Like, oh, we're gonna do heavy stuff.
Okay.
We're not gonna pour some sugar on me tonight. Okay, good. I'm good.
Wait, we can do the heavy stuff? Okay.
Ah, Joby, you missed your opportunity.
What I can tell you is I'm very proud of the accomplishments that White Fox made, and we really made a mark. And me and Mike Regina, Rugg, Jim Meropoulos, we couldn't be more proud.
That's awesome, dude.
And come out and check out the Chaotix this Saturday night at the Creekside Tavern in Limerick / Royersford.
Oh, nice.
Good promo.
8 to midnight.
Good job.
Always fun with the Chaotix. All you have to do is see us once, and you'll want to come back.
That's right.
Very good.
Flying V's included.
Flying V included.
I've only been to that place once, man.
How's that possible?
Jump kicks included.
Well,
So
you don't play there.
We used to play there. We
That
were
was
like
before I
the
knew you.
band at what was called the Sand Trap then.
I went there for a happy hour
that's
for work.
right.
We
That
were
was
the
last time.
house
Yeah.
band back.
Yeah.
Us and Dog Bite Money.
But it's a weird place. Like I got
Now
there.
they don't want old school.
No, I thought there was a wedding upstairs, so I got to the bar and everyone was in wedding gear, and I'm walking around looking like
I have
me.
a story from there.
And I was like, I
don't know if we have time, but there was a wedding going on upstairs, and the ceiling was doing this because they were over.
it was an
capacity.
orgy.
They all came downstairs, and there was the maid of honor dancing in front of the stage. Just having a great time. And I decided
She was white, I take it.
at that point, at some point there, it was time for Paulie to jump off the stage with his pointy headstock Kramer,
Oh, that story. I didn't know that was.
and I
there.
hit her right in the head. Didn't see her. Down she went. It was bad.
Yeah, that's bad.
It was bad. And I just turned around and said, everybody, I said, my name's Frank, not Paul. I'm Frank. If anybody asks.
There you go.
And she got back up, and she was a little dazed, and she had a big red mark on her forehead. And I said, I'm really sorry. My name's Frank. I hope everything's okay.
Man, I buy you a drink and get you naked in the back seat of your car.
And I lived to die another day that night. I thought I was going to jail. It was that guitar, the pointy headstock.
Oh.
I really hit her head hard in the head. Oh well, Jim, it's 2 minutes to 9.
It is.
Well, I can tell you it's been fucking great being here since I haven't cursed the entire podcast.
What the hell's up
It's
with
been
that?
fucking great being here, and you guys are very good hosts, and
Thank you.
it's been a blast. And
We try
I
not to be
appreciate
like
you
we
having
normally
me.
are.
Next time you come back, we'll have the
Yeah,
book.
come back again, man. Yeah, we got to get the book. That was badass. I got to get that.
Yeah, the book's really good. It really is.
Sorry, I know that upset you. I have to get that.
Cheers.
Jim, do you have anything to promote?
So if you're bored or just into some really cool music, in about 2 minutes, go to montcoradio.com and check out the Cat Call, my daughter's radio show. She's still doing it out there because the content kicks ass. So get out there to montcoradio.com and check it out and see how much of a failure of a parent I am.
And I just want to acknowledge Matt Porter. He's the guy.
He is
Montco Radio.
the guy. He's the shit.
The beer tonight, Pat, was Dock Street Zero Fox Given Red IPA, and it does taste like a red IPA.
I love it.
Let's
It's the only IPA I like.
and let's end with mention of Jay Jans.
Yeah, man. To Jay Jans,
Jay Jans, rest in
great
peace,
guy,
buddy.
amazing guitar player. And how many Marshalls can you have?
There's what's Avogadro's constant? I don't know.
What?
Never mind.
I know you weren't there.
Well,
All
you
right.
obviously didn't go to chemistry class, but
No, I barely got through it. My teacher was a coke addict.
yeah.
Oh yeah, Nick and I actually went to see Jake E. Lee and Red Dragon,
Dragon
Cartel,
Cartel.
at Dobbs together.
Saw them at M3.
It was a blast.
They went on after Heaven's Edge.
Nick Cataldi.
All right, that's it. It's 9 o'clock. We are done, fuckers.
Thanks, everyone.
We'll see you in a week. We'll be back on Wednesday next
Next
not
Wednesday.
Tuesday,
Yeah,
'cause,
Wednesday. So,
there's stuff going on. and
because Happy Days, Laverne and Shirley.
I had band practice.
Oh, that too. Yeah.
Instinct's got a gig, so we gotta do the thing. All right.
Hey, thank you all.
See you
folks
in a
who
week.
showed up.
Love
and
you all,
hung out.
Nick. Let us know when you can come in and do the show.
See you, Pat.
Pat, and get your ass in here too. Damn it.
Maybe we'll have Nick and Joby at the same time. That would be weird.
Ooh. If we have more than that, we're gonna have to do like stadium seating.
We would have to do.
It's gonna get
we
weird.
could do
We could do
stools and.
We'll get people. Yeah.
I could do that.
Put the tall fucking.
I have enough. I have enough
Get
mic
those
stands.
pituitary mutants like
I don't
Pat
have enough
back there.
headphones though. We'd have to.
I have one.
It's fine. Okay.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
And we can multiplex. I have another one of those. Yeah, we have the technology.
All right.
All right, Joby can make it on Wednesday, so make this happen.
Maybe he'll be here next Wednesday.
All right, sweet.
Thanks.
All right.
Damn it, Pat.
Thank you, guys.
Yes.
Thanks for having me.
Hey,
Appreciate
thank
it.
you
Thanks for being here,
man.
Mark.
Thank
That
you
was
so
fun.
much.
Appreciate it.
All right, so we'll be back next Wednesday because we're doing this thing for new. How long are we doing this for?
A little while, about 8 weeks.
All right, so a little while. That's good. Fill it up, Pat. That sounds dirty. Stop that. All right, we're out. Let me see. I gotta figure out how to stop all this shit, don't I? I gotta do all the work here. All right, we'll be back next Wednesday, same time, same bat channel, all that shit. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Thank
Fuck you
Mark,
very
for being
much.
here.
Peace and love.
And yeah, that too. All right, take care. Good night.